Hey Twitch, we are back for the second portion of our show for tonight, and I have cleaned up all my spilt wine. Luckily, it spilled on the part of the mouse pad that was already purple, so that's nice. And, yeah, Travis, take it away.
Was it purple because you had previously spilled wine?
No, it was just, thankfully the
Kevin,
colors
you may
was
have a
purple.
problem. Yeah, so yeah, you I think we see Durian coming downstairs with Walter to catch
No,
the
I had
next.
wanted to have a word with Caven up in the room before we came down.
Oh, right. So yeah. What I think Walter comes, leaves the room, and it's just the two of you then.
Caven's a little, dejected, a little, taking it in, standing, not, looking at Durian.
I knew this moment
paint
would
the
come,
picture.
Caven, but we're gonna go downstairs and talk strategy. But you got to go do what you're gonna go do. I would recommend don't start with not Shannon, whatever her name is.
Shoshana.
Shoshana.
Oh, okay.
Shannon. Don't start with her parents. Go inquire where they're gathering in the injured. You're
Okay.
gonna go look for her. And if she's not there, then it's better news. So
Okay. I need to go. Should I meet you
Alright.
here or at Llewellyn's?
well, we don't know if Llewellyn's alive. We're gonna go talk with Thea downstairs and then probably go meet us back here, I'd say. We'll reconnoiter here
Okay.
later in the evening.
All right. I guess
You
Caven,
just head out.
yeah, Caven looks up at Durian and then just leaves through downstairs. If they ask you, Caven just says, "I gotta go," and he just goes without any explanation.
Okay. Yeah. So then, yeah, Durian, I think you're, I guess back downstairs then with the rest of the group. Yeah, you catch Thea
Yeah,
kind of.
I
You catch Thea kind of like.
I was gonna say I just pull him a shot.
Nice. Yeah. Nina slides you one across the bar, that she is apparently taking ownership of.
Yeah.
Look,
Thea,
I'm,
was
I'm,
it,
I'm
right?
at least paying for the drink, so consider it free work.
Nina,
Free
thank
volunteer
you.
work.
Nina, maybe you should go. You're bleeding on the counter. You should maybe bandage yourself a little bit.
I that's the least of this guy's problems.
All right. Thea, was it? I'm.
Yeah,
Sir-
and it was Sir.
Call me Durian, but Sir Durian Burr. Lord Jobrin Nilo was my uncle. Somewhat estranged side of the family, and I. Sort of
Yeah,
head back
I kind of caught that.
regardless,
Sorry, by the way.
he is an asshole. Probably deserved to die, but that's,
Yeah,
that's
he
family
was an
business.
asshole.
I'd like
Yeah.
to know. Maybe you've had a chance to talk down here. Can fill me in, but I'd like to know you were hunting or working for Lord Jobrin.
Well, I guess you can call it that. We were trying to get some information for him. He was looking, looking into the Black Fang.
They've been
Thought it
dogging
was a
our-
wild goose chase at the time.
They've been dogging our heels since we were in Palatinus. We killed one of their hitmen. Our party did. A friend of mine lost his life as a result, but since then, we later stopped a budding necromancer who spoke of a greater mistress.
Yeah,
We
Black
thought that might
Fang's
have-
into some dark shit some places.
Greater mistress, and there were some chance encounters that now look rather suspicious. We worked for, at the time, the CN Council, and took a job on behalf of Lord Tegan for a Lady Nephish.
Yeah, so And Fawn, have you and Nina kind of like filled her in on what you guys were, what you've basically gone through in the last day?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you've been shooting the shit for a while.
Yeah, I guess there could be serious moments. Of
Yeah, so I
guess.
I think she nods and says, "Yeah, these two kind of filled me in. Whew, well, good luck with that one. I'm not sure what you want from me.
Your assessment, you've been tracking the Black Fang, you and your compatriots, for a while. What are the chances that this Lady Nephish is this Black Dragon who is the leader of the Black Fang?
I couldn't tell you.
Definitely is. Cough.
They're pretty structured for a bunch of glorified street toughs. Assassination. Looks like a lot of. What do you call it when you like hold someone? Not ransom, but
Hostage?
no,
Stockholm
blackmail.
Syndrome?
Yes,
Oh,
a lot of blackmail. You know, when we fought, and she looks over at Fawn, you knew who the enemy was. These guys, not so much. Even the low-level ones stay pretty quiet. Well, I guess if your boss is something like that, you wouldn't risk giving too much away.
Well, I can tell you that we did run into a young dragon that turned back into a some sort of half dragon lizard man type dude. We had faced him before with one of the Black Dragon's shipping / kidnapping / piracy outfits, and he showed up again today, and we killed him. But
well, good. At least that one didn't get away alive and vengeful.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
The-
as he
the-
says
the
that,
big
I
black-
throw him another shot and I say, good work.
the Black Dragon. Thank you, Nina. The Black Dragon, though, kind of tipped its hand a bit. We wouldn't have gotten the connection until he said, as he or she said, as they were getting away, you should have paid me. And they maintained that if we had just paid reparations for the trouble we caused them, they would have forgave and forgot. So the fulcrum of all this is Lady Nephish. Lady Nephish, who from the Isle of Laurent, we faced the necromancer who had skeletons of large.
Yeah, I think at
Lizard-like
this
creatures.
point, like, Thea just kind of holds up her hand and waves and says, "Look, I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more, but Lord Nylo wasn't big on meeting in public and filling us in on anything more than we needed to know. We were tracking some people. I could give you a few names to follow up on, but other than that,
Well, we'll take
I'm
those
not-
names. But one other question.
shoot."
Lord Vellum Nylo, how much did he know?
That's the counselor, right? Jobrin's brother?
Was he up on the investigation?
No. It sounded like Jobrin didn't want to. Wanted to give him, what's the term? Culpable deniability?
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability. There you go. You're pretty sharp for a human. Yeah, plausible deniability.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You should, Nina.
She raises her glass and says, as far as I know, he was kept in the dark. If things go south, well, then it's not on his plate.
Should we be worried about Lord Tegan, who, the head of the council died too? It wasn't just Lord Jobrin. All the counselors except Lady Tegan died. And Lady Tegan, not for lack of trying by the dragon, she's horribly maimed.
Well, you know them better than I do, I'm sure. We were, well, just trying to get a little better trade deal. hopefully we don't get any splashback for this. We have enough enemies at our doorstep. Don't need one across the way, too.
I'd say in the immediate time frame, the biggest problem you'll face is probably being ignored as the council tries to reconcile with its losses.
Well, I mean, if they're looking for someone to blame, then being ignored is fine with me. In fact, I should probably get going soon. You said you wanted those names, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll scribble something down. I don't write very well. You want to take
Just-
this?
Yeah. Dictate it, and I break out a
Yeah.
little quill.
Yeah, and I think she gives you several names. One is a man by the name of Alonzo, who is back in Tamrin's Fall. And she... One second.
We traveled through that place, right?
Yeah. And Fawn, like, you've been you've seen Thea in cities previous to the capital. She was obviously like going the same way on her way up here when all this went down.
Okay.
So she says, yeah, Alonzo, he's kind of a mid-level boss or something.
Great
It was
boss.
him we. She says it was him that tipped us off. He was dealing with beggars that they
Like
weren't.
meat?
What?
Nothing. Allison is referring to those beggars that kept asking us
Yeah.
for meat, and they were like,
Yeah, I think she gives.
I wasn't
you
sure
a-
if you were
Yeah,
confused or if the
One and the
NPC was
same.
confused.
She kind of looks at you funny and says, "Well, they were the ones I told you about at any rate. He might have some more information on that. Then there was this dwarven man. We got some information from him up by the lightning-struck tower. Something going on with the mines. Might be worth a follow-up. His name is
Tim.
his name.
Dwarfy, make dwarf face.
His name
name-
is.
It's definitely
His
Bodie
name
McBoatface.
is all right, guys. His name is God damn it! Now I just lost it.
Sorry.
Yeah. His name was Relic Copperpot. I like that.
Sorry, it's a fine name. I was not expecting Copper.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
how
think-
incredibly formative. Oh my God, mate.
I think I mean you're not in the room, but I think that, yeah, someone gives a chuckle and she's like, I know dwarf names, right?
Ugh, the worst.
Those are the ones I know of. We had some other people digging up information, other wood elves like us. If you could get in touch with any of them, they might have more than I do. But I guess it's a choice if you want to follow up with one to the north or head south. Either way, if you're looking to get more information, they'd be the ones to look into. Relic was, seemed like he was in kind of a shakedown operation for some of the mines in Melgas. So she shrugs and says, if you want to go that lead, that would be another way you could try.
Yeah, thank you. Glad we were able to rescue you out of hot water. The gnome and the other one who took you were just They were working on behalf of the council. Do we know who for the council they were working on behalf of?
Nephish.
Nephish. Yeah, so Lady Nephish is our number one target. Any idea where she might be?
she shrugs and says, "I've been in a basement for the last day and a half."
Well, regardless, don't hold it against
Excuses.
the gnome, your captors. They were just pawns. It seems like playing two
I
sides
won't
against.
hold it against them. I will kill them if I see them again.
Yeah, well, one's half dead anyway, and being cared for by the priests. So, not much left to kill. That would be worth it anyway.
Well, couldn't happen to a nicer lady.
Not to mention they did their best fighting a dragon.
Yeah, she just grumbles something and swigs the last of her drink and sets the tumbler down and says, "Well, I wish I could give you more, but I think it's time that I head out. This doesn't seem like the best place to stay around."
No, we're PCs. Danger attracts us.
Nice. And I think
by the way, if we run in...
Go ahead.
She said if we run into any of more of her friends, is there anything we can say to make them more nice towards us?
Amenable to
towards us?
talk, perhaps.
Well, I guess you can ask them, how fast does the river flow? If they,
Noted.
How tall does the sycamore grow?
Yeah, she grins and says, "Well, if you build a dam, then you'll never know." And she gives you a significant look,
Wait.
Fawn.
There we know.
Was that you?
Was that me? What?
Who is it? A dude, Fawn.
Wait, yeah, that's. I was trying to remember if that was Fawn or Amareth. Was that that was Fawn? Yeah.
That was fun.
It was
Yeah.
Fawn.
So you've run into a couple of
Operatives.
a couple of wood elves before.
Yeah, and they were part of some secret ass society that I learned about like probably 6 to 9 months
That's
ago.
them.
Yeah, you
That's
actually remember
shit.
Thea asking you this exact same thing, but you weren't Fawn at the time, so she didn't seem to be too keen on continuing the conversation when you didn't give the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think she gives you a look, and like the dwarves that you guys fight against are notorious for like damming up rivers to redirect them to their forges and
Bunch of ass.
chopping down trees to fuel their furnaces.
Now I'm trying to find when that happened.
But yeah, I think she gets up and says, "Hey Rook, you wanna walk me out?"
I suppose.
Well, nice to meet you all. Glad you rescued me, and try not to die out there.
Thanks for your
We'll try.
help, Thea.
Yeah, don't mention it. Seriously, don't mention it to anyone. And she like turns and walks out.
Could have left you blindfolded, elf.
Yeah, I would escort her out. You know, thank her for her information that she's given us and for you know, not killing us after we rescued her.
Yeah, I think she grins and says, "Kill you, Rook? Oh, come on. I just break a few ribs. Look,
Fawn gives a
seriously."
nervous laugh, like, please don't do that.
Yeah, and she looks at you and
Go ahead
gets
and
like
try.
her serious face on and says, "Look, you're traveling with some dangerous people, and it sounds like you're pretty deep in it. The group
You'd say
that I'm
that.
working with, we're not going to stop trying to get a better deal and well, stick a knife in the side of any deep dwarf that we meet. You could
That's
do
a good
well
thing.
for yourself. you wanted to get out from all this.
I will probably take you up on that offer once I'm done with my business with them. How do I get in touch with you again? Is there anything I should know? Send a letter somewhere that you check.
I think she smirks and says, "Well, that's kind of the point of our group, is to not be easy to find.
Well, I
Just,
mean, old friends and all.
Just ask the question, and if you get the right answer, you'll be directed somewhere soon. Take care out there, kid. It's been an interesting few days."
I certainly agree. Fawn kind of like looks around at the like wreckage of the entire town.
Yeah, and she nods and starts walking off, and then turns back and says, "Owen, go take a bath. You stink like that horse." She like grins and gives the what is it? It's like a salute.
Like
yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
I forget.
It was like Hunger Games-esque. I don't even know. Whatever.
Yeah, I think it was a hand over the heart
Like,
and like
yeah.
yeah.
That every time you remember it and I don't. So yes.
So yeah,
I'm like,
she
well, yeah,
gives
that's
you
right.
she gives you kind of a sarcastic version of the army signal, and
Okay.
and
I do it
heads
right
out.
back at her, and I tell her, watch what you eat when you're on the road, and I
Yeah.
I laugh. She disappears off
Mhm.
into the sunset.
Yep. Off into the distance. Cool. Yeah, and I think as you're like heading back into the inn, we can switch over to see what Caben's doing. So Caben,
Yes.
there are there's efforts underway all throughout the city to kind of patch things up.
Yeah.
People are helping dig out like the injured, helping get bodies identified and covered, and there are priests all around doing what they can to mend wounds, to bandage people, to just lend a comforting word or a strong hand wherever needed. What are you doing?
I guess I am running to the place where the event was going to be.
Okay.
And from there, like, finding the closest, or starting with the closest, I guess, and not branch from there, but the closest, like, on a place where they have people that are looking for their family members, or a place where they're healing sick people or hurt people and stuff, like the little refugee tents they've set up.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean they like the Great Tower itself is a hive of activity at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There are like guards outside, and basically it looks like anyone not being like escorted by a priest is not being let in or out.
Okay.
And yeah, like so you get there and there are people like queued up outside that are like asking to pray in the temple and begging for healing, and it seems like the clergy is stretched pretty thin at this point. So yeah, like what I guess seeing that, what how do you intend to proceed?
I guess I'm not looking to get into the tower itself. I'm looking like are there outside congregations of people who are looking for loved ones? Like, are there outside congregations of people who are hurt, like outside the tower complex?
Yeah, I think there are. So there are people like yelling names or crying and checking with maybe some like very young like acolytes, some priests in training that have like just lists of names. Yeah, you can try and like catch one of their attentions.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Sure. Yeah. So I think like a fairly harassed looking young man kind of turns to you and says, "Yes. What?
Name? I'm looking for an elven woman, Filverell.
Filverell.
She was
See here.
visibly
Mary.
She was visibly pregnant, right?
Mary. Do you have a Filverell on your list?
Visibly
and,
pregnant.
We don't. It's just names, sir.
Okay,
Sorry.
sure.
Yeah, and he starts like consulting with an older woman who's got like some dust in her hair. Maybe she was digging through like a house or something. It's all kind of on the top of her shoulders. And they compare and say, no, I'm sorry. What? It's with an F, you said, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry, we don't have anyone by that name on our list. That's good. These are the bodies we identified. So.
Okay. Are there stations to find survivors that are capable of moving or are congregating somewhere?
Yeah, he like holds up his hand and looks around, like, yeah, kind of everywhere. I'm sorry, I don't know. I've got to stay here. I can't exactly run around helping you look. And he just looks like lost.
Yeah, I let him go, and I guess I just start looking around this area, like where there's people congregating, like calling her name, looking around if I can see her.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a D20. See how your luck is holding up. Nice. Yeah, you start nicely done. You start looking around and you see a blonde woman, a younger human.
I'd also look for
who's
Shoshana as well, I guess.
Yeah, and you see her like so you see Shoshana as she's like helping helping like an injured woman kind of limp toward the temple, and yeah, she looks up as she was saying something to this person, and like you just like perfectly lock eyes. She's like, Caben, where have you been? Where is everyone?
I run up to her and I say, we fought off the dragon. It left. It doesn't matter. Where's Filverell?
What the Dragonite? She's at my parents' place. As soon as the thing swooped in.
Okay.
As soon as the thing swooped in, I rushed her over. It was tearing up the central district here, but the residential parts didn't get hit. So she's at my parents' place. I didn't know if the inn was safe to go back to.
Okay, good. We returned to the inn and didn't see anyone else there besides whatever his name is.
Walter?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, how is everyone? You look like, my God.
Yeah, we're okay. Like I said, we killed the small one and the big one left after some fight. But
I didn't have a very close seat. I just saw it swoop down on the stage, and then the was it green fire? I wasn't very
Acid.
close, but that would explain.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. I really can't leave now. I can give you directions to my parents' place, but I can't leave. I'm sorry.
yeah, understood.
If you go down and she gives you directions.
Okay, cool.
The place. I hope everyone's all right. I'm sorry. I need to get back to my work.
Yeah, get back. Don't worry. We've all been good. We're all alive.
Okay. Well, I'll try and meet back up with you. Is Buck Vaughn okay?
Well, yes.
Make Buck fawn again.
There's yes.
Sorry.
She's fine, and she's she. I think she already saw that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. She nods kind of absentmindedly and says, "Yeah, right. Right. I'll see you later, Caven."
Yeah, we're back at the end, like I said. And
and she just hurries along.
Yeah, I start going as well.
Okay.
Never
Yeah.
see
Give me a survival check. See how well. Yeah. Here comes that one.
Yeah, right. Well, Josh already got the one out of the way, so hopefully.
Yeah.
I was making sure the random number generator was.
It's a 20 by another name.
Yeah, so yeah, you follow her instructions, and it takes a while to find the exact house because it's a kind of a cramped city, and they all look alike. But eventually, yeah, you come to a house, and I think like as you walk up, you see looking out the window, kind of anxiously, is Filverell, and yeah, there's like a. You see her like gasp inside and just like rush to the door, fling it open, and then just run, and like she was going to just jump into your arms, but I think she slows down and is like, "Oh my, what happened to you?"
I'm good. I'm fine. Are you good? Are you okay? Were you in the center?
I'm fine. Caben, your skin is burnt off. What?
A little bit.
Just a flesh wound.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is a flesh wound.
Caben, you need.
Exfoliation.
Come in. I'll explain who you are. Oh God, you need some bandages.
Yeah, that would help. Then I'll go in with.
Awesome. Yeah. And so she like lays you down on a couch, and an older man and woman come in. The woman is blonde, starting to go a bit gray, and yeah, she has the look of like Shoshana in 25 years. Whereas the man is a little more sandy haired. Doesn't look quite as old as you would expect, but after Filverell kind of hurriedly explains who you are, they start helping you out. And yeah, I think we'll zoom back to the inn. Durian, Nina, I guess there's
too,
probably not too much more to discuss, so should we just kind of like zoom forward to when the party's sort of together? Or was there something you wanted to do before?
Well, we don't know
arrives?
how long Caven's gonna be looking.
So I guess Llewellyn time? Question mark.
Yeah,
That was the next step, right?
Caven's settling in. We don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
How long
we'd
would
hang
you have
out
waited?
for. Yeah, I think we would have waited. Maybe only like 30 minutes to an hour, like an hour maybe, and then we're gonna go find Llewellyn. So
Okay.
go ahead and deal with Caven, I guess, and see how long he's there.
Well, so like that's gonna take a while. So
Yeah, it would take more than an hour.
what? Yeah. Why don't we? I think like Walter is down there drinking with you guys, and he sort of like speaks up and says, "My lord, you don't think that thing's coming back anytime soon, do you?"
If it's smart, it wouldn't. We weakened it enough that, for as bad as we look, it ran away. So that, and I know that, and it would know this too. The city is going to be prepared better and on the lookout for anything. They have ballistae going up around the city. The defense will be mounted. I don't think it'll come back today or in the next couple days, frankly. I think it's regroup and think
Well, if
about the
you-
next move kind of moment.
If you will, my lord, I'll go and try and find your friend again.
We're gonna all go there anyway. Llewellyn's the next best lead we have to the person of interest, Lady Nephish, right now.
Yes.
So
of
if you'd like
course,
to
my-
accompany us,
I mean, you keep saying person.
Nina.
You keep saying person of interest. I know it's Nephish.
Okay, there's a lot of suspicious things, but there's a lot of unanswered questions too, Nina. So I'm on board, but don't call me out on just being cautious and trying to figure out everything.
Yeah.
Walter, would you care to join us?
I know. It's
Well,
just
if you
Go ahead.
wrap it up, Josh.
I was gonna say, in her arrogance, she let it slip. Yeah, in her arrogance, she let it slip. It's definitely Nephish. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you that right now.
Okay, that's fine. Well, then we need to find her anyway and learn more about her. Walter, you were saying.
My lord, respectfully, you look like hell. You all look like hell. Let me go find your friend. Get some rest. If that thing does come back, I would rather you're ready to fight again. Not really my forte.
Walter, as much as I appreciate the sentiment, and God knows I would sleep for a year right now, I need to talk to Llewellyn. We need to.
I get that. I can bring him back here.
Yeah, and then if something does happen, you go missing, we wait around, we don't know what happens. I don't know. Fawn, do you want to rest or do you want to go?
Durian, he survived the dragon.
You want to rest?
Fawn wants
Nina?
to rest.
Do you want to go?
I mean, I would
Nina,
prefer the
you-
rest, and I mean, he survived the dragon. I'm pretty sure he can handle himself.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm a
worried
little bit
about
excited.
Llewellyn, I'm worrying about Walter out there. Okay, Walter, I guess you've convinced us. I'll let the party dictate. We're gonna go sleep. If you could tell him Durian and company urgently need information.
Of course, my lord. I'll get him here as soon as possible.
Be careful out there. With anything, there's going to be looting and rioting, and just keep your wits about you.
I don't know, my lord. This city is rather religious for my tastes. Luckily,
I know.
that means there are a lot of priests and guards roaming around.
It's true. I don't think there'll be looting and rioting, but just pretend there is. Just keep your wits about you.
Of course, my lord.
The dragon
always
might not
strive.
come back, but his operatives are around.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, and I think he gets up and leaves. And yeah, you guys basically have the run of the place. I think the bartender still hasn't come back yet, but it looks like just everyone and their brother is out kind of helping with the cleanup and search and rescue efforts. So yeah, I think the next thing would probably be Caben returning with Phil Varel in tow. He looks looks a bit mummy-like right now.
Oh, I didn't get healed magically by Max?
No.
Alright, I'm just kidding.
How long did it take for him to come back?
Probably.
You just muted yourself, Travis.
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're here. All we heard was probably.
Yeah, probably, and then just mouthing.
Oh, an hour and a half.
Okay. So Durian has scrounged food for everybody and fixed trail rations despite it being in the inn, and he's sleepy with drink. He's not getting drunk, but is tired and is kind of just lounging.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. So I think Caben and Phil Varel come back, and there is the the scene of you guys kind of greeting them, and then I think after another hour or so, the innkeeper comes back in and kind of looks at all of you and well, I'm glad to have some business.
Hey, boss.
He doesn't know what to do about you guys, so he just goes behind the bar and sees the coins and kind of scrapes them into his belt pouch and says, "Dinner for you folks?"
Yes, please.
Does he say anything about the fact I was behind the bar?
Something
Maybe
hot.
not that.
Probably.
No, I think he sees you there, you're injured and you're heavily armed, and you're probably standing next to wherever you left the gold, and he just kind of smiles nervously at you. hoping
She's like
that you'll just walk up.
wiping a mug down with a rag she found. Like,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Make it a double, please.
If you want, Miss, I'll get some
Sorry.
dinner going, and you can rest with your friends.
Yeah, Nina, get on the right side of the bar. This man's got it.
Yeah. Oh, now that you're back, I don't need to look after this place for you. You shouldn't leave a place unattended. You know bad things can happen. And then I just like walk back onto the right
Yeah.
side.
I think he just kind of gives you a look like bad things can happen.
Nina,
Really?
Nina, Nina.
And yeah,
Take a load off. Come on, sit down
he
here.
doesn't argue with the very heavily armed person, and yeah, he just starts fixing dinner, and I think as he's getting things ready, you guys hear the door open, and you hear from the doorway, "Well, you guys just always seem to get into trouble, don't you?" And you see
Come
a
join
grinning. You see a grinning half elf standing there, and I think that's a good time for our next break.
Before we go on break, I turn around with a sparkle in my eye, like Llewellyn.
Hello,
Fade
baby.
to black really quick.
Oh man, Caven's too tired to smile.
Yeah,
Alright, guys.
I don't
We're
even
gonna
think we respond this time. We're just like, hey, Llewellyn. So.
We're gonna take a quick
Okay.
break and we're back for the final portion of our show for tonight. Thanks for watching and please stay tuned.